Hello everyone, I'm Kewei. Today I will talk about the Native American. Look, this is a map of the United States. All of the Indian people lived here before. So when the first Europeans came to the North American continent, they encountered the completely new cultures of the Native American peoples of North America. Native Americans, who had highly developed cultures in many respects, must have been as curious about strange European manners and customs as the Europeans were curious about them. So, as always happens when two or more cultures come into contact, there was a cultural exchange. Native Americans adopted some of the Europeans' ways, and the Europeans adopted some of their ways. As a result, Native Americans have made many valuable contributions to modern U.S. culture, particularly in the areas of language, art, and food. First of all, Native Americans left a permanent mark on the English language. The early English-speaking settlers borrowed from several different Native American languages words for places in this new land. So all across the country are cities, towns, rivers, and the states with Native American names. For example, the states of Delaware, Iowa, Illinois, and Alabama are named after Native American tribes. As the cities of Chicago, Miami, and Spokane, in addition to place names, English adopted from various Native American languages the words for animals and the plants found in the Americas: chipmunk, moose, raccoon, skunk, tobacco, and squash are just a few examples. Although the vocabulary of English is the area that shows the most Native American influence. It is the only area of U.S. culture that has been shaped by contact with Native Americans. Art is another area of important Native American contributions. Wall rugs woven by women of the Navajo tribe in Arizona and New Mexico are highly valued works of art in the United States. Native American jewelry made from silver and charcoal is also very popular and very expensive. In addition to language and art, agriculture is another area in which Native Americans had a great and lasting influence on the peoples who arrived here from Europe, Africa, and Asia. Being skilled farmers, the Native Americans of North America taught the newcomers many things about farming, technicals, and crops. Every U.S. School child has heard the story of how Native Americans taught the first settlers to place a dead fish in a planting hole to provide fertilizer for the growing plant. So furthermore, they taught the settlers irrigation method and the crop rotation. Many of the foods people in the United States eat today were introduced to the Europeans by Native Americans. For example, corn and chocolate were unknown in Europe. Now they are stamps in the U.S. diet. In conclusion, we can easily see from these few examples the extent of Native American influence on our language, our art forms, our eating habits, and our government. The people of the United States are deeply indebted to Native Americans for their contributions to U.S. culture. All right.